Hello, I'm Lauren Sophia, functional fertility coach and creator of Conscious Conception, my eCourse and private community where I help you optimize your fertility to its fullest potential so that you can get pregnant when you want to and have a healthy pregnancy. My conscious conception method has helped hundreds and hundreds of women make the magical transition from maiden to mother and meet the babies that they've always dreamed of. And today I'm excited to show you a sneak peek and a few highlights of how I can help you do the same. First, we'll start out by setting your intentions. And this is important because it's going to set you up for success with everything else. You'll learn how to define your values and set goals based on those values. And just to point out here, all the handouts are always in the download section on the right-hand side. Next, you'll also learn how to self-advocate, which is how you can feel confident in your decisions as you navigate pregnancy prep and beyond without compromising what's most important to you. You'll also set your intentions for motherhood and work through any blocks that might be getting in your way. And you'll learn how to get your energy in the place where it needs to be to conceive. Next, we assess. In this step, you take a comprehensive assessment that will help you identify the gaps in your fertility, which can help us figure out exactly what you need to focus on during your pregnancy prep, saving you time and money, but also helping you get to the root cause of any issues you're currently experiencing or are at risk of experiencing during pregnancy. Because as you know already, first, pregnancy can be a stress test for your body, but also you imprint your health onto your baby, and you want to be the best version of yourself going into pregnancy. These gaps can include hormones, nutrient deficiencies, pelvic floor dysfunction, and more. And from there, you get a personalized outline on exactly what you need to tackle and how. Just as an example, if many signs point to low progesterone, blood sugar dysregulation, sluggish thyroid, and immune system, we're going to look at increasing your progesterone production, regulating your blood sugar, supporting your thyroid, and boosting your immune system. All of the how is built into the course. We're not mapping out a generic one-size-fits-all plan. You're getting the steps you specifically need to focus on. And another thing you'll do here is map out your timeline because no one has lived your life in your body. I'll guide you on how to calculate exactly how long you should be preparing for pregnancy based on your health and fertility history and goals, and you'll get a clear checklist for what you should be doing when. And now that you know the gaps in your fertility, what they are and what you need to do to get there, it's all about putting things into action. You already have the blueprint laid out for you. A few of my favorite sections from the course include avoiding pregnancy complications, where I go over the exact risk factors for various pregnancy complications, including things like preeclampsia, gestational diabetes, morning sickness, hyperemesis gravidarum, and many others, and the exact steps you can take to minimize your risk of experiencing these during pregnancy. You'll also learn how to optimize your vaginal microbiome for fertility success, but also so that your baby's microbiome is optimized too. Another favorite of mine is increasing egg quality and optimizing progesterone in the uterine lining, where you'll learn exactly how to create the healthiest eggs, which make the healthiest babies, and my proven method for boosting your progesterone levels naturally. You'll get detailed instructions on how to understand if you're a good fit and how to supplement various progesterone brands so that you can feel confident doing so as well. In the Detoxing Estrogen and More lesson, you'll learn my protocol for balancing estrogen, but also how to detox other things like heavy metals and more. Of course, I have to talk about the abnormal and irregular cycles solutions lesson. Do you have amenorrhea? Are you experiencing anovulation, irregular periods, luteal phase defects, spotting, PMS? These are just a few of the things you might be experiencing in your cycle, and I'll teach you what each one could mean and the exact steps you can take to address each issue once and for all, including proven protocols. I also love the Nourishing Fertility Foods lesson, where we talk about the foods you can incorporate into your diet and how frequently you should be eating them to support your fertility and build your nutrient stores during pregnancy. You'll also get alternatives for food intolerances and guidance on how to work through them too. There's also what, when, and how much to eat, where you'll learn how to use intuitive eating or tracking to create your fertility and prenatal plate. This will be especially helpful if you're somebody who's insulin resistant, coming off a restrictive diet, or trying to lose or gain weight to optimize your fertility. You'll also learn how to choose a prenatal. If you're wanting to take a conventional prenatal, you'll learn what to look for and the pros and cons of each based on your specific situation, genetic factors, and more. I actually review over 50 brands that you can find on the market, and I'm constantly adding to that list. I also teach you how to make your own if you're wanting to take a more whole foods based approach or whole food supplement based approach, so you can feel confident in whatever you decide. By the way, my build your own slash homemade prenatal approach has been tested for over 3 years. So this is not something that's new or that I've made up. It's something that's proven and actually works and that hundreds of women have taken. Another note on supplements, too, it's worth mentioning this isn't the only place I provide you with supplement recommendations. I actually do this throughout the course, giving you protocols for each area that you're looking for support. You also get a list of the correct forms of each nutrient so you know exactly what to look for, even if you have your own favorite brands, just to make sure you're taking the right thing. And at the very beginning, I also give you access to my discounted pharmacy with professional grade supplements so you can save as much money as possible. There's also lab testing where you'll get access to self order over 20 functional labs, including hair tissue mineral analysis, aka HTMA, the Dutch test, GI map, organic acids, full thyroid panels, genetic testing, progesterone, metabolic markers, and so much more. You'll learn what the optimal lab ranges are and get protocols on exactly what to do based on your own results so that you can start taking action right away. This cuts out the middleman of having to pay 5 grand to work with a practitioner to get access to even one of the lab tests and answers on what to do next. I have to talk about the workout lesson as well. You'll also take an exercise level quiz to gauge your fitness level so that you can choose the right 3 month pregnancy prep workout program that's built into the course. Yes, this includes a workout program. And you also get access to recorded demo videos walking you through each exercise so that you can make sure you're doing everything correctly. One of the most neglected things when it comes to pregnancy prep, you'll also learn how to engage your pelvic floor and balance it for pregnancy and faster recovery postpartum, too. So, I'm teaching you how to engage and relax, and also teaching you how to use additional tools that can help you on your journey. You also go through a fertility rewiring sequence with an emotional freedom technique coach to break through any mental blocks keeping you from your big fat positive, and so that you can unlock even more of your fertility through a mind body connection. Of course, what do you do when you get pregnant? Well, I can say there are many women who are already pregnant who take this course to have the healthiest pregnancy possible because essentially all of the content can translate. But I also make sure to give you clear steps on what you can do once you do become pregnant and tips on how to handle things like morning sickness. Last but not least, there's also the bonus module with specific protocols and recommendations for not only working through supporting these things, but also how to increase your chances of pregnancy with things like MTHFR, PCOS, endometriosis, thyroid disease, fibroids, cysts, breastfeeding, fertility treatments, unexplained infertility, post birth control, pregnancy loss, including recurrent, and more. Those are just a few of the highlights. As you can see, everything you need to follow my method is built into the course to help you achieve a positive pregnancy test and the healthiest pregnancy in the least amount of time. And the next step is simple because it's conceiving. By following my method, you've already greatly increased your chances of getting pregnant when you want to. And by now, you also know exactly how to track your cycle, when to try on your cycle, things like what personal lubricants are safe, how to test for pregnancy, and more. And you can ditch practicing. I also want to mention that as a student, you'll be able to join my private student community where you can get questions answered and receive additional support from me so that if you ever get stuck or have any questions along the way, you have support so you know exactly what action you should be taking next along your fertility journey. I hope this was a helpful little sneak peek. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I cannot wait to support you on your fertility and pregnancy prep journey.